Hey everybody, welcome back to Runaway Roses. Today I'm going to do something I have not done with our new Ford F350, and that is I'm going to hook up our 10K car hauler trailer onto the back of our truck with our camper on it, and I'm going to put my Jeep on the trailer, and we're going to go for a drive and see how this 7.3 liter does, hauling that much weight, probably around 7,500 to 8,000 pounds, as well as hauling the camper. Let's get into it. So if you've watched our channel for a while, at least a couple years or so, you probably may have seen our 18-foot utility trailer that we had. We used to haul our side-by-side on it, as well as our four-wheelers and that sort of thing, and go camping. Back when we had our Lance 975 and I think our Bigfoot maybe at one time, I don't remember. But anyhow, so this time I sold that trailer, and I went ahead and I bought a car hauler, a 10,000 pound rated car hauler, just because I wanted to be able to put our Jeep on it, and I didn't feel comfortable putting it on our utility trailer, although it was a 7,000 pound rated trailer. I didn't want to max it out, want to be safe. So I got this car hauler behind me, and it's a pretty nice trailer. It's made by Quality Trailers, and pretty heavy duty. I did add the front box on it. I had that on our old trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the truck out of the garage. I already have the super truss hooked up to it, and I do need to add the weight distribution connection onto our trailer. Haven't done that yet since we've had this trailer, so I do need to set all that up, the weight distribution, before I put the Jeep on it, and then tie the Jeep down and go for a spin. Alright, well I got the truck and camper hooked up to the trailer. The nose of the trailer is a little high at the moment, but once I get the Jeep on there, the weight of the front end of the Jeep will probably level out the trailer, I hope. So now I got to go ahead and hook up the weight distribution. Hopefully that won't take too long. Shouldn't, but I haven't done it on this trailer, like I said. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that, and then we'll load up the Jeep. Before I go ahead and load the Jeep up onto the trailer, let me show you what our setup is. I'm using a 30,000 pound super hitch from Torque Lift, and then it's a 41-inch extension, and then it hooks up to my weight distribution to the front of the trailer. So this hitch extension is rated for 6,000 pounds or 12,000 pounds with the weight distribution, and then the tongue weight on this one is 600 pound tongue weight, or with the weight distribution it's up to 1,200 pounds, so that should be more than enough for this trailer and with my Jeep on it. So that's the setup. I do have a 36-inch super truss as well, but this 41-inch actually gets it to the right length that I need to, just because of the camper hangs over so much off the back of the truck. So that's my setup. Let's get to loading the Jeep. So this might take me a few tries to get the Jeep lined up on the trailer, but we'll see. Is that not a sick looking Jeep or what? All right, there it is. Jeep's all loaded up, strapped down. Sun's coming out. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Go for a drive. See how this beast of a rig actually does. 7.3, 2022 F350, 7.3 gas, and we're gonna haul our Jeep around, try it out. Well, I'm just out cruising around a little bit. I haven't gone too far, so I'm going to keep on driving for a while, but I'm going to try to hit some hills and that sort of thing as much as I can around here. But so far, the truck's doing great. I'm very impressed with it. I was kind of skeptical at first, and I still am. Haven't been on the highway or anything like that, but so far, it's just pulling great. And I feel like the trailer with the Jeep is set up, feels like it's set up pretty well so far. And the motor is obviously revving higher, but that's what a gas motor is going to do versus, a diesel motor as well. But clearly it does not have the power of a diesel motor. You can definitely tell the difference, but it's doing the job just fine. It's shifting where it needs to. And my truck does have 373 gears in it, so keep that in mind. If you had a lower gear, like 430 or something like that, that would make more of a difference, but this 373 is working out great. So so far so good. I'm gonna keep going. So I am coming up to a kind of a gradual incline here. Some RPM, well, it's about 3,500. It's kind of a long gradual incline here, not too bad. You can definitely hear the motor revving up. So not too bad. See there, move forward. I got my camera and my rear view camera on the back of the camper so I can keep an eye on the Jeep. So that's helpful. The 7.3 gas motor is a damn impressive motor to me. It's got a lot of power. And to be hauling, 7,500 to 8,000 pounds, I think it's really more about 77, 78 from what I kind of calculate. And plus, 4,500 pound camper with all of our stuff in it. And it's just plugging along, no problem. Truck's doing a great job downshifting here. Gotta make a turn here. Having this payload capacity of 6,253 pounds, I think it is, for this truck. It's handling the camper and the tongue weight of the trailer and the Jeep quite well. The trailer itself has a tongue weight of 300 pounds. I know that because I have a trailer tongue weight scale, and so I have weighed it by itself. I have not weighed it with the Jeep on it. I would like to do that, and I probably will do that, and actually try to maybe shift the Jeep around forward and backwards a little bit to kind of find where the sweet spot is for however much weight I want to be on the tongue. But right now I think it's handling it pretty well, but I don't know how much weight is actually on the tongue of the trailer, or which goes on to the super truss hitch extension. But it seems to be doing quite well. Got guys like this bicyclist here on a busy windy road. It's awfully dangerous. Now I gotta try to go around them. Give it some gas. This car coming. Smell a skunk. Dead skunk around here, or maybe not be dead, just may have sprayed something. But it stinks, man. But sure is a pretty area though. I'm just gonna get out and check the straps on the Jeep, make sure everything is still tight. Snug that one up a little bit. Snugged it all up just a notch or two. I think the straps have, that one's still pretty tight, one notch there. I think the straps were doing pretty well, but just kind of tightened a little bit around the axle where I had them wrapped around. The truck really does feel very stable. I'm very impressed. Right now I have 30 psi in my airbags, which is what I would run standard with just the camper. I thought maybe I was going to need to put some more air in the airbags, but it looks still pretty level from the outside. Right now, I don't think I really need to put any more than 30 psi. Maybe I'll bump it up to 40 or 50. I may try that, but so far it seems really good. So very impressed, very stable. So I'm getting ready to go down a fairly steep, windy area. So let's see how the truck downshifts. I'm going to try to go ahead and record that, and then I'm going to try to come back up the hill as well. Here we go, 37 miles an hour. My foot's off the brake here. I got to brake a little bit here. See if the truck downshifts. It's in third gear. Windy road here. Towards the bottom of this hill, it gets real steep at right before our train tracks. So, foot's off the brake. See how it does. Wish I had an exhaust brake at the moment. Starting to speed up. Went to fourth gear and I was dropping down to third, down to second. It's almost hitting 5,000. I gotta slow down for this train track. Still in second gear. And then it's starting to level out here. That's the downhill. Turn around, try to go up. Alright, so I got turned around and I'm about to go up that steep section of the road. It's not a real long incline, but we're gonna go climb up it and we're gonna see how it does. Check out the RPMs. There's the railroad tracks. Oh, probably should have slowed down a little bit more. Alright, I'm giving the truck the beans here. It's climbing. Doing pretty good. 4,500 RPMs. It downshifted down to third. And trying to pay attention where I'm driving here as well. Can't really see the gearing at the moment. Here comes the curve. Got to pay attention to the road. And then a more straighter gradual incline. And then it weaves again. Did just fine. Yeah, plenty of power. I gotta be honest, it climbed up that hill better than I thought it was going to. Having all this weight on the truck, I thought it was going to struggle. I mean, it revved up there at first because I slowed down quite a bit, and then I was trying to speed up as I was going up the hill, so it did rev up to whatever it was, 4,500 RPMs. But it climbed the hill very well. I mean, it's no diesel. You know, my old Ram diesel would have taken off up that hill, but did the job just fine. You know, that says a lot for a gas motor. Big block 7.3 gas motor. Very impressive. All right, let's just take a little quick walk around the setup here. 2022 Ford F350. Our 2023 Northern Lite 10.2 with a dry bath. 10K car hauler, and our 2005 Jeep Rubicon Sahara. And yes, it is a Rubicon and a Sahara. It's the only year that they made both in one package. Cool Jeep, love that Jeep. Done a lot of work to it. And now we're all set up so we can go four-wheeling or take our Jeep with us wherever we want to go. Here we go. Here's our hitch setup. Everything's looking good. The super truss is working great. The super hitch is working great. Weight distribution. So far, so good. So I have noticed that like the more weight that I now have on the truck between the camper and the trailer and the Jeep and everything, that the truck is actually wanting to control itself by downshifting even more than it would when I just have the camper on the truck. So it's like the more weight it has to deal with, the more it knows that it needs to control it. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just, I don't know if I'm right or wrong there. It's just kind of what I seem to be noticing. It seems to downshift a little bit more to keep everything under control, just even going on some gradual downhills for the engine braking. And the engine braking seems to work quite well. And really no problems there. I mean, the truck itself has really good brakes. So between the engine braking and the truck just having good brakes, there's really no problem in stopping this whole load. I'm about to go hit one last hill climb, kind of a longer gradual hill climb, and we'll see how that does. And then I'll close this thing out. It's not a real steep hill, but it's just kind of a long gradual climb. Truck doesn't seem to care at the moment. It's a little bit steeper right here. Hopefully this car will speed up in front of us. Felt like a downshift. It's in third. It's only going 2,400 RPMs. There we go. It jumped up about 35. Got some torque out of it. I really felt that torque. Nice. And knew exactly what to do. Very impressed. So my final thoughts are, this 7.3 liter gas motor is one badass motor. For a gas motor, it is very impressive. I haven't driven all of them. I know Chevy makes a pretty good strong 6.6, I think it is. I have never driven it. I know the numbers aren't quite as strong as they are in the 7.3. And then the Ram 6.4, I have had a couple of those in a couple of 2500 series trucks that I had. And I did like the Hemi 6.4, but it was no 7.3 like this is. But very impressive. If this 7.3 gas truck, and if it can haul the truck camper on here and it can pull an almost 8,000 pound trailer with basically no problem, you know, it does rev a little bit more than obviously a diesel would, but that's what a gas motor is going to do, right? But it's very strong. It did no problem. I did not take it down the highway. I'll do that another time. Next time we get this hooked up and we're going to go travel somewhere. But as far as just a trial run, I probably drove 50, 60 miles just driving around, finding some hills as you saw, and it did great. It actually exceeded my expectations of how this truck is going to perform with this gas motor. Do I really need a diesel? No, a diesel would be nice. That extra power is always nice. I mean, who doesn't love the extra power, right? But as far as doing what I need it to do, so far it seems to be doing the job, doing it great. So very happy with it. That's the 7.3 Godzilla gas motor from Ford. Impressed. Again, this is my very first Ford truck I've ever had, and I did choose to get the gas, obviously, and maybe a Power Stroke one day. I don't know, who knows? May try it. I've tried about everything else. Why not a Power Stroke, right? But that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll give a follow-up on down the line when we get out traveling and go four-wheeling, and we'll see how it goes then. Thanks for watching the video, sticking around. Please like, tag, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time on Runaway Roses. Bye-bye.